All right.
Hello, hello.
Hey, everybody.
Stop.
What's the word? So we're live.
Monolith.
We're live. It's 12:12 a.m. It's Central Time.
Yeah.
Um,
Episode number 12.
it's also episode number 12. It's also Sunday, December 6th,
Hello,
which,
hello.
hey, everybody, which is 12,
Stop.
and that's going to stop now because it's working. And that's a good sign. So, how's everybody doing this week?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Snake is here joining us from somewhere deep in the heart of somewhere else. Um, we also, who else is here? Well, it looks like we have an empty box, but it's not just a, it's not Saturn. So chill out. Um, Greg is somewhere. He'll be here in a second. And then, Jim, how's your week?
Oh, my week was good. It was busy. Lots of deadline stuff at work this week and next week that I'm been scrambling to finish up and getting super close, finishing stuff, knocking off check marks on the list. So
Good.
feeling really good, but it's keeping me exhausted.
No, I feel you, guys. We weren't gonna do the show tonight. Well, I wasn't gonna, and we all have other things, but whatever. It doesn't matter. This is why we're on at this time too. Normally we're much more fashionably late, like you know, either 1 to 2 hours later than our scheduled start time, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. What up, Terry in the chat? I did not get your Twitter 30 seconds ago, but I will look in a second because here I go. I'm going to post that we're live right now. So crazy week with weird news. So we're just going to talk tonight because we're going to do kind of a hard out thing where we actually stop on time and don't just talk for another, digress for 15 to 2 hours. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. And we're going to talk about the monolith, which has just this mysterious monolith. I know if you're sick of it, tough shit, I encourage you to stick it out because it's going to get really weird really fast and it's going to get fun. But this is like a Wayfair type thing. And by Wayfair, I'm talking about the nonsensical Reddit bullshit from whatever, Amazing Polly. I don't even want to give these, I don't even care, whatever. These are the people that put it out, claim to put it out, where blah, blah, blah. This is 2020. This has been an insane year. There was some shit on Reddit in a conspiracy, whatever thread, and they said, yo, look at these Wayfair, blah, blah, blah. Do it, just Google it, whatever, Wikipedia, if you don't know what it is. But yeah, it's tripped out, and essentially what it was saying is that Wayfair was using their website to use for human trafficking, and it was total, just trash. It was garbage. It's pretty obvious. I don't remember paying any attention to it. Just what came afterward. It's almost like you just watch the ripple effect. You don't watch the splash. So anyway, that's what this is here with the monolith through my lens. Everybody else, I'm not exactly sure if it necessarily registered that way. But what I mean by the way it registered, there's Greg. He's here. What's up, buddy?
Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
You sound great too. Sexy as hell. Anyway, so I just looked at it, and this is kind of what I want to start with. I'm going to tell you guys, I'll just go from there, and then my take, and then if we'll go around the boxes, and we'll figure out each of our takes kind of on their initial reaction. I'm curious to know, but mine is, oh shit, this is some straight up, okay. We'll do it for the first where it disappeared and then reappeared. The fact that we're receiving this on the local, not just regular mainstream news and news sites, we're seeing this literally on the 5:30 local news, 5 o'clock local news type shit. Like, for real? Y'all are throwing this in here? If they're throwing this into the mix, into the pot, it's significant just for that alone because of what the hell's going on with everything else. But I was like, this is really, it's a giant, it's a giant monolith. It's a giant, obelisk, shiny, I don't know. It looks gold. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a bright, shiny object in the middle of nothing, and people are gawking at it, like, duh! It just showed. It was just. I was just here 15 minutes ago, and now how the? Okay, so technically, then we have an A port, APPORT for people. An A port is some, and like there's A ports and D ports. Essentially, what it is in paranormal, it's something just appearing out of nowhere. That's an A port, and disappearing would be a D port. Vanishing, whatever. So apparently, this A porting and D porting, since it just randomly disappeared off the face of the planet, but we have some guy reporting that it did. Anyway, that he saw people and tried to go up to it, but they wouldn't let him near it. Whatever. Then it shows up in Romania a couple days later. So from the middle of Utah to Romania. And then it's on the news again. So I go, okay. This is the age-old psychodrama thing again. Here we go. As if we don't have enough, but whatever. This is the barrage. And I'm looking at it through there's nothing. It's a shiny object in the middle of nowhere that somebody wants us to see and is paying money to force us to see it, right? So I'll look at it through the Kubrick lens. We're on the verge of a fourth revolution, or a fourth industrial revolution. We've got the solstice coming up. We've got so many freaking things on the table. It's not even you can't even fit anything else. Shit's falling off left and right. There's broken dishes all over the floor, drinks spilled everywhere. Like, we have a mess. And let's sprinkle a little shiny object dick potion on top of it while we're at it, guys. Phallus power, bring it. You know, can someone suck that monolith? I don't know. That's a great question. But yeah, that's my take. I'm viewing it as for anyone that doesn't know, the Kubrick would be the 2001 Space Odyssey. In the beginning, you see the black obelisk, the monolith is a portent, like what basically kind of situation where it's showing you, look, this is what's going to happen. This is how this works. This is the symbolism used officially as the code essentially to those with eyes to see. So there you go. That's my take. But don't pay too much. That's my thing, is don't get wrapped up in some nonsense. Like, have your fun, right? But don't let this distract you because it's a sleight of hand move. Like, that's what this essentially is. That's how I'm confident that's what this is. Like, so sure I would, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost that sure. So we're going to go clockwise. We're going to go counterclockwise. We're going to start with Snake, and then we're going to go to Jim, and then we'll go to Greg. What's your take? What do you think? What did you think, and what's your...
Well, I just found out yesterday they're airing it on the news because I don't watch TV, and just saw it on someone had posted on YouTube. But I don't know. The monolith is Arthur C. Clarke. That's what I remember. And then the monolith is my dad and me watching 2001 when I was a kid, and like even now I was like, what the hell did I just watch? Or on VHS and my dad would tell me about it as a kid, when he saw it. He had the same experience. It's like, what the hell did I just watch, This attraction to this monolith, this talisman, this symbol, it's odd, but, Arthur C. Clarke's a pedo. He's created some kind of weird cult. I mean, I'm the type of person that doesn't buy into the whole satellites and his technology that he came up with is just very suspicious. But it's funny. Here we are. I mean, the stuff that we're talking about, it's like, and they're doing on mainstream news. This is like Art Bell is going mainstream news. What is going on here? And what I see in a lot of what's going on is, they're occulting everybody. They're initiating them. They're trying to like drag them into their dark occultism, whatever, But who knows anything about the monolith out there besides anyone who's read Arthur C. Clarke, gotten into Jay Widener stuff. When that first came out, that was a big deal, We reevaluated that film and that work. He associated it with the fake moon landings, which is pretty compelling stuff. But I don't even know what to think. That stuff's popping up everywhere. I think ley lines. I think ritual. I think a lot of things. Stainless steel, monolith. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but if it's been there a while, what were they doing there in that Pacific area? What's really there? I mean, that's what I think. And then some knuckleheads I saw came and cut it down. That's all I know. But I mean, it's anybody's guess. Really, it's pretty obvious that they're occulting. They're getting people involved in this. They have no idea. To them, it's just entertainment. But there's definitely more going on. Why would you spend your time on it? You shouldn't. I mean,
Right.
we can look at it.
Yeah, it's a quick.
Yeah, no normal person should be really paying attention to that because it's dangerous stuff. I think because they'll be participating in something they have no idea. Maybe it's another thing could be that master speak. It's how they communicate signs, symbols, and little things. This could be a signal for something.
For sure.
So
Dude, that's
in a nutshell.
Damn, Jim.
It's an interesting question. Things that are mysterious have so much energy. I remember this thing, I think it was like 96 or 95, 1995. I was like graduating from high school in 1996. It seemed like it was around then. Seemed like there's a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I still watched a lot of TV. So I saw this on the news and it really caught me. And it was like giant Lego man washes up on the shore somewhere. And I was like, what the fuck? And I love Legos as a kid. And there's like a picture of a giant Lego man, plastic Lego man. It looked just like a regular Lego man, but it was giant. It was just on the beach and nobody knew where it came from. And people heard about it. And then people came down there and everybody was taking pictures of it and it was on the news. And then it was gone the next day. Somebody stole it, took it home. Who knows what happened to it? And apparently, in his shirt, it said something like, no more real than you are, is what I remember saying. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it said, but it haunted me for years. I would always think about that. Every once in a while, I'd be like, what? I didn't see anything else about it, after that. I think I looked it up one time and there were a few of them. I'll have to look it up again, but there were a few of them that washed up on different shores. And it was a promotional thing, I guess, for the Lego company, 100 years or something, 50 years, something like that. But just the mystery of this giant thing somewhere mysterious, who made it? What the fuck? It just seems so magical and mystical, and it could be so benign, guerrilla marketing. Maybe there's going to be a movie that comes out,
Oh yeah, then there's that, dude. I didn't even
at Christmas you're going to be watching the Wonder Woman movie, and there'll be a preview for Space Odyssey 3030 or something like that. Oh, everybody's wearing masks. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a strange thing.
Is it art? I doubt it.
It didn't seem like it was art.
No, that ain't art. This is a message. This is not just, this ain't art. They don't cover art like that on the news. Sorry, they don't give it. They don't. They don't. Just don't. I wish. I wish.
I saw some art actually. There was a meme on Twitter that somebody had made. They superimposed the like the digital ordering kiosk at a McDonald's. They have like these pillars, I guess, with like a TV screen and like or a touch screen, and you can go in and order your food without having to deal with talking to or touching a person.
Oh God.
And so it's pretty funny. I'll have to send that to you guys on Twitter, or I'll put it in the group thing, or whatever.
So what are you saying? The kiosk is a monolith or something?
It
looks like a monolith. It is the monolith,
and it kind of is a perfect encapsulation of like the entire technological revolution coming that's already been here, but now it's official. Like the tear down, that's literally like that's a signal that's an official, like, all right guys, T minus whatever, who knows exactly, but that's the significance of it.
I think it's like, the quantum computer. It looks like a quantum computer. Like they show us what's inside, but also they do a lot of standing in front of a big black box. And like they're like, check out this, D-Wave. It's a monolith. And they use it like as a scrying device pretty much to talk to the old ones, the fallen angels that are trapped down in Tartarus, is what I think. And they're getting pretty good instructions because, shit's whack.
That's funny. Now I'm thinking that film Stellar by what's his name has got the AI robot that goes along with them. It's a monolith with legs and arms.
Oh yeah.
Where you got what is it? The D-Wave. That's a monolith looking type of supercomputer.
Yeah. It's very, very just black and sleek, and it's monolithic. All right, Greg, what do you got?
Well,
bring the heat.
I'm gonna be a bummer for everyone. I think you're all right. And when I first saw this, I was like, this feels like a marketing scheme or something. But as of 10 hours ago, a collective of artists claimed that it was them that did it. I just got on the New York Post was talking about it. So they are. The collective is called the Most Famous Artists.
Okay. Either way, it's fucking. All right, go ahead. I want to hear this. I don't know about this.
This is the thing. It's like I just looked at their website and I wasn't really. It was like I don't know if we can like show videos because I don't want to get you dinged or anything because like there's a bunch of Nazis on here now. But so on their website, at least here, I'll show you. Can I do screen share?
You can throw like 11 seconds up at a time.
Of course, as long as we're not using, we won't get messed with as long as we don't play music.
Don't ding me, bro. Don't ding me.
Yeah, just
Don't
whatever.
ding me.
Screen share.
I'm gonna just see if it'll let me do it. Is it okay? Can you see it?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So here it's like why we exist. The cultural conversation matters of brands. So they're branders, right? And
but wait. Before we go a little bit further, I just want to specify that there's power in that. There's a lot of power in that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. No, I'm not saying that it was just an art thing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So he says, "Who am I? Hi, I'm Maddie Mo." That's a real name for sure. I started my career building advertising technology solutions for platforms like Facebook and YouTube. So there you go. There's your psyop. I've worked at award-winning creative agencies, maybe 3-letter agencies, maybe 2. Started tech companies. Oh, there's another one. And served as a CMO for several big brands.
Solidifying.
He said, in 2014, I decided I wanted to build an art career. Sure, he did. collective and community of artists to change the way brands and artists collaborate. And here we are. So he did like a little interview with ABC. It will not show that video, of course. But
If it's through YouTube, it's fine.
also, he
Okay.
supposedly has been selling now these monoliths for $45,000 and
Okay.
verified.
$45,000.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god!
Which sounds like it's money laundering to me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think? I mean, there's no other way to pay for art, last I checked, or contraband. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I guess there's this I can't say the word. The certificate of authenticity
Authenticity.
with a blockchain or something with them, and then they proved it on their Instagram, I guess, with pictures of beforehand and how they and whatnot. So
Okay, so I did. All right. So there is another snippet of that, though, that I guess I don't know if I'm correct. You sound much more versed because as of 10 hours ago. But I also heard that the guys in Utah, they were trying to get near it, and some guy was like, "No, you can't get near it." I don't know if any of y'all heard this either, but I heard this little. Yeah, it's weird. I don't. If one of you feels like venturing and looking while I'm rambling here to clarify, but yeah, it's really weird. They said they approached it. Now, this is hearsay. This could be the worst game of telephone because my memory of it's a sloppy memory. I didn't take note. But anyway, yeah, they said they tried to approach it, blah, blah, blah. They couldn't get within a certain amount of feet. These dudes were arguing. That's literally it. But for some reason that rang. That was just like, well, what is that fluff? Now you guys are going to do follow-up reports, but a person is coming forward, right? I mean, but it feels like some Georgia Guidestones type.
well, yeah, like he's involved with tech companies and Google and YouTube. There's something. There's something. It's like a charged, I think, magic act.
Right. Which I think the monolith, though, but yeah, exactly. It's charged. 100%.
And also if you want to go with the Stanley Kubrick or Arthur C. Clarke, I'm sorry if someone already said this and my brain's not working, but
dude, you're good.
The monolith's a marker for a movement into a new dimension in the humankind, right?
Exactly.
So we're entering. I think you said the fourth industrial revolution.
Yep.
The fourth industrial revolution. I'm trying to do Klaus.
Yeah.
let me say first, Klaus I think he missed his chance of becoming one of the greatest voice actors / maybe actors too. I mean, he should have just gone to that. He might have been way more fulfilled because like that voice is killer Nazi material.
It's straight up. It's the most fucked up it's a Star Wars villain character. It's uber ultra villain. It's beyond super villain. It's super mega ultra
magnificent. It's a beauty.
Plus,
I want to hear him like say like incantations like over like a fucking effigy.
Dude, can you imagine the high magic he practices? Holy shit, dude! The Nokian vibrations, dude, off the charts, bruh. Off the charts.
Hear him like say a recipe in that really angry voice. That would be good too. I'd settle for that.
Yeah. Same here, man. Like, why America? Here we come. Here we are. I should say, here we are. Why America? Where do we go from here? This is so great. So,
Good stuff, Greg.
Off the cuff. I do.
That was awesome. Yeah.
What were you just talking about again?
Trophy. What?
With the voice,
We'll send you a monolith, Greg.
Oh, you gonna send me one?
Monolith for that one. Really good one.
Yeah.
Participation monolith. It's a award. Participation monument award obelisk. What's
you get a participation monolith for playing soccer at the apocalypse.
Yeah, right. Didn't that Brazilian? Didn't like one of the guys, the Hand of God guy, who scored the Hand of God goal? I vaguely remember that. I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but I vaguely remember seeing highlights of it. But it wasn't Pele. I mean, like, this is why America. This isn't the rest of the world. And damn it, we're about to be the rest of the world, guys. Unless we do we do something. But I mean, whatever. We can't stop this train. So it's kind of one of those situations where you guys got to shut the hell up.
No one can stop this train. That's Jesus.
Yeah. Thank you. There you go. That's two monoliths for you tonight. There's more coming. There's more coming, dude. There's more coming.
I want that motherfucking sword. I'm waiting. I want that brimstone.
Hey, pour that vitriol out, baby. Pour that vitriol out. Squeeze it for every last damn drop.
It'd be pretty badass to see like Jesus like choke out Klaus and just like pop his head like it's it. That'd be like a really good ending to this all.
The animators for I Pet Goat 2 need to get on that ASAP.
Let's make this happen. I always want to make an apocalyptic like John Wick version of Jesus movie.
Dude, we need to find some Jesus selfies. Like, we need to get some Jesus selfies, and then we'll use the app that we were sending each other last night like assholes, and I'm sure you were a victim of if you're on social media and follow any of our shit. But yeah, that was fun. Those are really creepy. Those are creepy and awesome. Snake, I'm gonna need one of those ASAP, by the way, bro. For you. So
I got you.
all right. I'm not even kidding either. This is too fun. But yeah, it's kind of the with the solstice coming up, we got a million things. But the other thing that I mean,
you guys talk about the 1 degree separation of Jupiter and Saturn.
with the great conjunction with our man that we need to get on the show, SK Bain, because we got to talk to you, man. We got to talk to you. We got to talk. I love you. I love your work. I don't care what your background is. I mean it. And I will. There you go. Look at this. Look at what you started, SK. And if
that was weird.
I'm saying, and Snake, he got his. Oh, he got it the night we all went. Hold on, I'm ordering this last week live. And we're like, we got to get this book now, and we all did. And 2, 3. Wait, Jim, did you get it?
I skimmed it. I need to actually read it.
Do you want it? Oh, no.
What?
You want it?
Do I want the book?
Yeah. Just say trust me, it's like a magazine you open up all the time. And it's like kind of one of them things where, right, Greg, like it's literally like you can take this out at any time and be visually stimulated to read and be informed. It's crazy. It's a different kind of magic. And since we have the internet, it's kind of like, and are able to kind of do research that way and through memes and shit like that. That's what this book is. Like, it's
what it reminds me of like the Discordian literature, like that. Have you ever seen any of that? Like there's a little, it's very similar in the layout.
Like a zine. It's like a zine, but in a structured, beautifully done, like someone poured money into this a lot to print it on this paper and to give it to you. I remember being upset when I got this, and I didn't know that this is how it was, you know. So I remember being rather disappointed when this order for this came, and I was like, oh man, this is how could they pack all that info? And I opened it up, and I'm like, this is like website. This is like a walking you through beautiful, like a PowerPoint, the best PowerPoint presentation you could be walked through on how this whole thing plays, like how it's literally almost like the Downwardian, if that's what Downardian, that's how he words it in whatever. James Shelby Downard is wording the stuff of like how it's an ancient, the psychodrama's playing out kind of thing or whatever, and that ties in with with Robert Anton Wilson stuff, blah blah blah. But and then the whole Fabian Society, all of that. I mean, that's a whole mess. That's so many hours of. That's so much.
I just ordered it.
Okay, awesome.
Guess how much it was on Amazon?
$14.99.
$21.21.
Perfect, dude. Blackjack, dude. Are you kidding? Can you show a screenshot of $21.21? That's wild, dude. And the end. We all ordered the end.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't 21 until after I ordered it. It was 1948 before, but with tax or whatever after I ordered it, it was
That's a 12. 1948, 10,
1948.
8 and 4. That's a 12. That's a 22. That's
Nice.
fucking insane. Do you realize what just happened there?
Kabbalist just opened up your butthole.
Well, yeah. Dude. Oh man. Kabbalism is just raped. It's rape. It's ravaging.
It's rape of numbers.
Rape. It's number rape. Let's be realistic. Let's just call it for what it is.
We make that a shirt.
Numbers. Numbers don't just rule. They rape. Oh shit. But no, the thing is like Arthur's but yeah, Jim, you're gonna be happy when you get
The
this.
tax makes it sinky for sure.
That was definitely done on purpose.
Yeah.
Definitely done on purpose. Or you can buy all three for $55.52.
Oh shit! What's the? Okay, what's that?
Well,
Hold on, get your cipher.
you also get the most dangerous
Book in the world. Yeah, that's
book in the world, 9/11 as a mass ritual,
Lavenda.
which is the size of a man squeezing a book so it'll fit on his t-shirt.
Confirmed Illuminati.
For
And then
real.
what else is in there?
Sure they're not.
The end. The end. That's the one we all just.
No, and then you get Sinister Forces.
That is-
Also
I've got that right here.
by Peter Lavenda. Can't never tell the right angle. It's like
That's one of the best books ever. Like that book. That book,
trying to shoot a cat with a mirror over your shoulder.
for real. I know it's weird. No joke though. Sinister Forces, the 9. That's one of the best books. I've got
Is
all
it?
right here. I have them all right here.
The 9, a grimoire of American political witchcraft, book 1, Sinister Forces.
He spells it out without spelling it out, like the way Downard spells it out, I guess. And he just calls it for what, but it goes into the intricacies of all of it, with serpent mounds to literally that whole area and what's in the water kind of thing. Like, what the hell? Because Charles Manson, and then he's targeted, in prison and has handlers everywhere that who knows who his handlers are. His handlers are confused of who's in control. It's so fucking crazy. And then he's prophetic, literally, with his, but he just was 50 years off type shit, with his race war. Like, what the hell? It's insane. All of it. When you can finally, like, it's fun. It's just fun. It's disgusting and gross, but it's just too fun when you can connect all those dots and put them together. But no, I mean,
10 books in one, face to face with 25 years of research gathered from no less than 40 countries. Most writers would have looked to come up with any number of spy, horror, and suspense novels suggested by this trove of material. Peter Lavenda, however, tackled it head on. So he set himself the near to impossible task of pulling together such diverse threads as pop culture, archaeology, anthropology, poetry, religion, the occult, and a host of government actions, overt and hidden. In return, he has produced the first installment of a thesis that is by turns compelling, cautious, maddening, and intriguing. That's what Norman Mailer said about.
and Norman Mailer's it's quite. I literally can't recommend it enough. I don't care how you feel about Peter Lavenda as a human being. It's the best research.
Isn't he? Peter Lavenda's the Wandering Bishop?
Yeah, he's Simon. He wrote the Necronomicon as well.
Boy.
The
Allegedly.
No, he did. He did. Did
he say that he did?
Dude, Jason Horsley. No, he wouldn't. He won't claim it. Jason Horsley had.
I said allegedly.
No, Jason Horsley. Shout out to Jason Horsley because we gotta have you come talk about this. He literally
letter exchange. Have you read that?
Yeah, he posted all of it, dude. Like where he's calling him out, Lavenda, for a bunch of. I couldn't even read through all of it, but it's quite long, quite intriguing. But the thing is for calling him out for being a spook, and a number of other things, or complicit, and some pretty.
He's on the books.
Yeah,
he must be a Hey,
But but whatever. He's still giving you quality literary
I didn't say that's not his
information.
works like suffered from everything, but you can just say I'm a spook. I mean, come on.
Right, but he's also not denying he's a spook because I think he's not necessarily like your typical spook, and I think that's what a lot of people get bent up about, kind of thing, or like confused that there's a fine line between I think people's understanding of just because you say he's a spook that could equal 50,000 different things.
Spook adjacent. That better?
A what?
Spook adjacent.
Spook adjacent? No, see, 'cause there's like operatives. You got dudes that sign up. You got dudes that are lawyers. You got dudes that are recruited. I don't like. There's so many facets. Think about that for like entries into such a fucking crazy occupation that you. It's so broad to say spook. It's almost
I
racist.
like saying spook because it's funny. I get people really mad. They're like, you can't say that. Like, I'll say whatever the fuck. I want. Like, that's a fact.
Stretch out.
You do what? Spooks?
All right.
It's fine. I'm
No,
sure
no,
some.
I'm just the weird thing, Snake. I don't know if you know. Do you know about Jason Horsley? Jake. He's written.
Ringing a bell.
He's got a podcast called The Liminalist,
Mhm.
and he runs that Autoculture blog where he literally he was in a family. He wrote a book called Vice of Kings, which is great, and I own it. Where it's about the Fabian Society. He finds out his family's connected to the Fabian Society. Fuck yeah, he figures it out like with Crowley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called It's a great book. It's called The Vice of Kings, and then he also wrote one like it's like weird research that he was like read all the Strieber stuff and Lavenda stuff, and I can't tell you how similar that is to a lot of paths of getting into this angle or this choosing to view the world through this lens. And you find that those two hooked me pretty quickly because I remember reading, I think it was Ratline. I remember hearing Lavenda on in like 2011 or something on Coast to Coast with John Wells. I feel like it was John B. Wells. But no, it was fascinating to hear. No, it couldn't have been. It was probably Punnett because those two are buddies. But yeah, he tells them about how he's talking about Hitler tracking him, and he's like, he didn't go to South America. He went to frickin' Micronesia area type shit. He's like, when I'm sitting on a beach, okay, like
Antarctica.
no, he's sitting on a beach literally in like near not Kashmir, but down there near the Philippines, right? But not even the Philippines. It's over in like what is it? What's another country right over there? Jakarta is it? Yeah, so like that area. He's in that area. He's on a beach.
Hitler lost the war on purpose, everybody. Don't get all upset about it.
Shit. That's heavy. Well, Lavenda
Obvious.
heard a name of since he had done the Unholy Alliance shit, where he was fighting the Nazis and whatever, and doing that research in their history of the cult. He's hanging out on a beach in like the late 80s or something, and he hears the name of a guy who only Germans would know the name of, and he shouldn't know that name. You know what I mean? It was a weird ass name to be heard in this.
Klaus Schwab.
Right? And he's like, wait a minute. So he all of a sudden he's like, shit. So he like zeroes in and somehow ends up speaking to the guy, and he's like, yeah, and he has these books and all this stuff that he's like, Hitler actually died here. He's like, what? He's like, all the research shows South America kind of thing escaped. So they end up going at it and
Towns over there.
unraveling it. No, he literally finds the grave, everything, and he's like, people aren't. Hitler ended up being married and lived until whatever. There's his wife left.
Was he like a doctor, like a head of a?
Yes. Yep. He was a doctor. He posed as Dr. Polk, Polk, Dr. something. I can't remember his name, but the first name. But it was Dr. Polk. He posed as his wife posed as an dude. His wife posed as an what's it called? An anthropologist from the Anunnaki, which is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. I'm probably not it right at all, but that's like which we're about to have here in the United States if they keep this critical race theory bullshit up. Racists, fuckers. You are fucking racists. But anyway, And yeah, if they keep doing that, but yeah, it was the Office of Genetic Purity, literally for the Nazi Party back in whatever. So this is when the racial purity, or that's what the SS Anunnaki that was their, division.
Racism's just hot right now. It's not that there's a bunch of racists. It's just hot right now. It's just
the
in
racists
style.
are the ones teaching fucking critical race theory. Because what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Like, y'all want equality, which is unattainable at every level of, like, period, end of story. It just doesn't exist. And then you also want to claim you want, what was the other thing you just said? Oh, you want oh yeah, so equality has to take precedent, number one. But let's hire unqualified, let's give so you want to give benefit to people based on skin color, based on or based on fucking, wherever the hell you're fucking born, because nobody gives a shit. Like, seriously. Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck,
can I add?
that's
Can I run
racist.
this thing by you guys and see if you like it?
Yeah.
We were talking about revisionist histories and all that, like last show and one before.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with an idea. I kind of want to do a script about it, and hopefully it would be like made into a movie. It was like a revisionist history in Hitler. But my idea is that he actually, because he had like the micro penis supposedly.
Yeah.
He had a micro penis. I thought he had like some kind of testicle thing.
Some of the
One testicle or
these were wrong.
Micro penis could be it. They always have a genital thing.
Yes, always genital thing. So this my idea for the script is that, and I'm just giving you the rough draft. It's not I can work it out, but so the revisionist history is that Hitler becomes trans, right?
Nice.
And as he gets more trans, no one can like criticize him for what he's doing, so they just like let him just go full 10 until eventually he just takes over, and like vegan and trans. Does that sound like a good movie?
It does, actually.
I'm all in. I'll call some people.
Am I canceled?
I'll call some people with money. They will get you set up.
You know, maybe that's what really happened.
It'd be funny though. Like, hey Hitler, you're invading Poland? He's like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? It's like, I'm sorry. You're good. You're good.
It's not Hitler anymore. It's Hitler.
Or
Hitler.
Hillary. Yeah. No. Which is kind of not fair to say because my wife's name's Hillary, but like it just sounds close to Hitler.
Stalin didn't actually die. Neither did Hitler. They honeymooned it to Antarctica. It was just a love dispute they had. It wasn't really about anything other than that.
Marilyn. No,
yeah.
But who was it? I'm sorry.
Stalin and Hitler, man, they got together.
Dude, yeah, I could totally.
Yeah, they got together. That's going to be my script at the end. They get together and become non-binary, and they go over the Antarctic wall.
Yes, dude, they go together. They go over the cliff of oblivion.
Burning.
Yes, dude. Yeah, like iPet Goat 2. Dude, just it's fucking brilliant, dude. Dude,
there's no way it'll be problematic at all.
No, I can see this. This is. Oh man, I hope.
So is it like Hitler loves to dress up, but he's not allowed to? It makes him so angry that he starts the war.
Well, I mean, actually, I think it's more so that he embraces it so much, and no one wants to basically criticize him because they're afraid if they do because of because they would be going over the whole trans movement.
He's like, am I taking it too far, you guys? And they're like, oh no, you look great. He's like, I know you're lying to me all.
Exactly. He wants someone, they want to be stopped, but no one's stopping them. It's a fascinating.
He just wants to be loved for who he really is.
I just want someone to stomp me.
Real story. His truth.
Yeah,
it's all about his truth.
Character study. I mean, it's going to be fascinating. So
screw their truth or facts or reason, right? It's about his truth. It's about your truth, Jim's truth.
Throw some zombies in there, and I'm all over.
Yeah,
a couple zombies.
Throw some pale vampires in. You got my vote. Like,
All
shit.
right. So where do we put the monolith in on this?
That's what I'm
Maybe-
saying, dude. Oh, I got it. We could put him at the top of the top of the pyramid in Memphis on the Mississippi, because that thing has been triangulated apparently. Oh, I love how I just segued accidentally into this, you guys. Chris Knowles posted on fucking on his blog or wherever. I saw it on Twitter. Chris Knowles posted the thing with the showing that somebody reported that the triangulation of the appearance of the 3 monoliths actually is dead smack center. It leads to, in Memphis, the pyramid on the Mississippi. I can't think of the name of the building, but it's been turned into a Bass Pro Shops.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Nice,
we
Chris.
all need to.
Oh yeah.
Geomancy.
That's what I'm saying. So, look at, guys, we just solved the riddle. Now
It's just an art project. That's all.
yeah, right?
Huh?
It's
Just art.
it's art.
You buy
I swear, guys.
Google.
Yeah.
It's advertising.
Edward Bernays. I mean,
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. PR. Oh wait, even that's not legal anymore. Shit. The government
Because
doesn't.
Facebook needs advertising.
Right. Exactly. My dog's cried. I gotta let her in here because she's freaking out. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
brilliant.
And Banksy's not a spook.
I thought maybe, you know what, if so let's get with Trump, because he's a time traveler now. These monoliths could be like nodes for time traveling.
Yeah, an anchor point.
An anchor
Trump's
point.
anchor.
You know, it's funny. Back to Arthur C. Clarke, the last 3 books he wrote, along with another gentleman, was called. One second. It was all about time and the sun, solar flares, creating an AI to save the world. I mean, these were his last books, and it's funny here. The 3 books of the series. It's Time's Eyes Volume 1, Sunstorm Volume 2, and Firstborn Volume 3. And going all the way back to the mid 2000s, I was into this series, you know, and I definitely was initiated. This pedo guy did something weird to me, but you know, I think we should take a look at this stuff again.
You know what?
This is a playbook.
It kind of rings true. I remember there's like a big thing they started pushing it like on the Discovery Channel or whatever. I used to watch all the, you know, Discovery, like weird UFO and mystery shows and stuff, and they were pushing this story about a solar flare that happened like 200 years ago, and it like torched all of the
trees and
telegraphs. Yeah, all the telegraph wires like sparked in flames supposedly, and if it happened today with all of our electronics, it would have fried everything. Maybe they're gonna crescendo this coronavirus famine with a solar flare.
Well, they're going to do whatever they can to socially engineer us and go to herd the sheep into the pen. Obviously, you know, I'm reading also right now. I was reading Wayne McCroy's book. I just picked it up. It was cheap, along with S.K. Bain, but the Fourth Technical Revolution, and it's all there, man. Just like what you're talking about. There's just, I don't know. They're alchemists. They're trying to alchemize. They're occultists, which isn't a big deal. Like, we all should be those things, right? It's just the only reason they're they get more done is because something happened. Something happened with our history where they knocked us down, and it's like a dark city type of deal.
We're in a jail. Yeah, they give us the wrong history. They give us the wrong science. They give us the wrong math. They give us the wrong language.
education.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's well, they also, I know you guys know about the whole like straw man like argument and all that stuff. Yep. And when I first heard that, I was kind of like off put by it. I'm like, this sounds like this could be true, but I don't know. But I'll say for what's been going on in the last 8 months, it definitely seems like that's definitely going on because everything they've got the mandates and everything with the commerce all is like law of the sea stuff, and the common law is like taking a back seat. And I mean, so I guess that's how they're doing it, because like I don't know. Any thoughts?
We don't know, but we got an idea. We can
It's
see it.
commercial law.
Yeah,
It's commercial law.
It's some
Yeah.
weird corporate shit that we're not privy to it.
Yeah,
But-
they're going to get us to comply because of the commerce laws, not,
Right.
not the actual constitutional. Because like
Correct.
they're going to be breaking Geneva laws and all this other stuff.
They've already broken everything. They've broken every single. Literally, they've broken every. There's a bunch of laws that they violated from the Patriot Act. Actually, there's literally been. I can't even count. I really don't even know how many, but there's been like over 5. And I can't name them off the top of my head, but they've broken like a bunch of them. Actually, Ryan Gable Ryan Gable put out a Secret Teachings episode. Am I quiet, guys?
No, you sound great.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Ryan Gable put out I think it was yesterday he aired it. If you guys can find it on whatever listening podcast thing, it's really, really good. Where he goes into it and he said he randomly stumbled in and he was looking through a closet and found he had printed out a bunch of documents, and he printed out the Patriot Act, and it was just random, and kind of he just started looking it over and he's like, huh, remember that, and looked into it, and just like started discovering all these things and reading into it, and found that started counting up the number of violations that have transpired since the start of the Rona mania, and basically he said that literally got him on fucking so many different acts that they themselves put that red tape up for. So
if you do print out the Patriot Act, you'll find out a quarter of it is actually the script to the Patriot, the Mel Gibson movie.
Get out of here. You messing with me?
No, I'm definitely not. That's true. 100%. Facts.
Holy shit.
Oh, Greg. You almost got me.
I love it.
That would be amazing, though.
That's fair warning.
I watch that movie once a week. I'm not kidding.
Awesome. Dude,
Wow.
What is it, dude?
we all need to be Patriots right now,
I
right?
watch Braveheart every week too.
It's Patriot.
Jim
Red
is-
Dawn.
It's Passion of the Christ for you though, right? And no, it's Conspiracy Theory for you, and it's for Jim, it's Conspiracy Theory. Do you remember that movie with Julia Roberts? That was actually
Yeah, I love conspiracy theory.
It was a great movie. I haven't watched it recently, so don't tarnish my fucking beautiful.
And Mel Gibson, right? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. You better not touch his Laker tickets. Hey, he'll call a pack of. Yep, and Yep. I just bleeped myself. You guys heard it. I didn't. YouTube didn't. So whatever.
Bleeped?
Bleeped. Yeah. I mean.
What the bleep do you know?
Yeah.
It's science. Don't question
There
it.
you go. It's science.
Don't question it. How dare you? How dare you?
I
Shut up.
dare you to question how a computer operates. I dare you. From my description. Not what it says in the book, but my description of a computer, I dare you to take me to court over that. Over my description of it. But yeah, that's slander. Even questioning it, you're trying to kill people. I heard about you.
Monsters.
My grandma. Oysters. Snowshoe crab, my bad. That's more Monoliths code shit. You guys, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, we got a guy in here on chat that watches Mr. Cat Eye, Kevin.
Mr. Cat Eye.
Yeah, that guy's got it going on, man. When you want to have your geometria butthole opened
Uh-oh.
and numbers, this guy's on it.
Are you encouraging prolapse talk again this week?
Collapse, yes. Always
Oh, man.
good.
Should we go blast Cat Eyes on his comments about number rape?
Number rape. That is, yeah, that's my favorite. We need, yeah, I think we're going to get t-shirts out soon enough. Tyler's on the case. The other half of Flying Medusa is hard labor. He's hardly laboring. No, but yeah, he's got some ideas up his sleeveless shirt there, for some pretty dope weaving spot t-shirts coming that are gonna be pretty hilarious. I'm not joking either. So that'll be fun.
I'd like to commend you on your originality. It's just awesome.
Who? All of
You,
us? Oh, thank
all
you.
of us, yeah. The weaving spiders, man. I'm telling you.
That was an
Something like-
accident. That was a true accident. It just was what it was. But it's not. It's just me rambling right now, which is fucking annoying. So Jim, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was just thinking that the obelisk is, it's basically the transhuman phallus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Not in
100%.
stone, it's in steel or
all-
whatever.
All phallus. All
Yeah,
day.
it's the
Robo-dick.
Washington Monument, or it's the whatever those are called.
It's his story too. Like fuck the.
The
It's,
Queen's obelisk. They're obelisks. Yeah. Yeah.
So check this out. I'm still on the Arthur C. Clarke
Clarke.
thing.
wanna-
I think this is the foundation, and we could work our way out because it's where it came from. It's what it was born out of, and this is back to that series of books. If anyone wants to look into that, which is the Time's Eye. This is that first series. This is the story, and I remember now. I'm gonna read the synopsis. For aeons, Earth has been under observation by the firstborn, beings almost as old as the universe itself. The firstborn are unknown to humankind until they act. In an instant, Earth is carved up and reassembled like a huge jigsaw puzzle. Suddenly, the planet and every living thing on it no longer exists in a single timeline. There you go, there's your Mandela. Instead, the world becomes a patchwork of eras, from prehistory to 2037, each with its own indigenous inhabitants. Scattered across the planet are floating silver orbs, impervious to all weapons and impossible to communicate with. Sounds like Starlink. Are these technologically advanced devices responsible for creating and sustaining the rifts in time? Are they cameras through which inscrutable alien eyes are watching, or are they something stranger and more terrifying still? The answer may lie in the ancient city of Babylon, where two groups of refugees from 2037, the main characters, 3 cosmonauts returning to Earth from the International Space Station, and 3 United Nations peacekeepers on a mission in Afghanistan have detected a radio signal, the only such signal on the planet, apart from their own. The peacekeepers find allies in 19th century British troops and in the armies of Alexander the Great. Yeah, Alexander the Great's a character in it, and Genghis Khan. The astronauts crash landed in the steppes of Asia, joined forces with Mongol horde led by Genghis Khan, who was a 7-foot-tall, white, redheaded man. The two sides set out for Babylon, each determined to win the race for knowledge and the power that lies within. Yet the real power is beyond human control, perhaps even human understanding, as 2 great armies face off before the gates of Babylon. It goes through the series, and then the next book, they're back in the regular time, and you get to learn more about this main character. Of course, it's a female; she's a heroine. But the technologies they detect, like the sun is going crazy, and this genius kid who understands the sun like no other knows that it's coming. So the world comes together, right, to face this threat, and they all work together to build this AI like fabric thing that everyone's connected to. There's 2 of them, and they build a sun shield out in space, and it's great, dude. And it comes, it hits Earth, and then to get to the 3rd book, which is the firstborn, and I hardly recall it, but of course it's your AI god that comes in, and this crap with the AI, it's just getting on my nerves.
Yep.
And what they're able to do is replace our actual ancestral earthly gods that are probably very real, depending on where you're at, aspects of nature or whatnot, or aspects of ourselves.
Yep.
And they've been able to insert this in their own gods, and look what's happening.
It's dude, that's spot on. It's spot on. Yeah. It's what is that again? Because I literally caught it at the last second. What was it from? Was that from Childhood End? Yeah.
No, it sounds like it. Of course, that one's another interesting one, which I read, and I was like, what the hell? It's a Time's Eye. It's a series. It's the first book in a series of 3 books called Space Odyssey.
And that's Clarke, right?
Oh, yeah, the pedo. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I love it. Yeah, and that's, again, shout out to Jason Horsley. We got it. Well, whatever. But when he discovered his family was like had ties to the Fabian Society, he started he lost his mind, dude. Like it's just wild. But I mean, the people that are in the Fabian Society are literally, we've got Arthur C. Clarke, we've got, I don't think, was Orwell in? I don't think he was. No, Huxley, both Huxleys I think were in the Fabian Society. We're talking precursor to the is it precursor to the Royal Society? No, it's Royal Society was formed before that, but it's some members of that. It's the same groups. I mean, it's wild, dude. Like I've never. The thing is, it sucks. I need to read these books. I remember reading Brave New World again for the first time since probably 18. So it wasn't sticky. 18 was weird for everybody, and I don't care who you are. So like, so now 20 something years later, I picked it up in 2019, March of 2019. And I remember reading the first chapter and having a really rough time getting through it because I was so disgusted in the feeling it gave me. And then I had to literally force myself. I was like, this is so foul. I can't, like, it's making me feel really, really gross, like sick, literally like ill. And then going into the second I forced myself to actually pick it up and read it. And that was during a time where I was like literally in a weird transitional state, I want to say, in my life, where it's like, oh, shit was just really, really, I don't know, it could have gone anyway, either direction, literally. Yeah. So I tried reading, forcing myself to read the second chapter, and I did. And then I literally closed the book and said, I know how this ends, and I can't read this anymore. And I was in like a rehab kind of thing. I wasn't in full rehab, but I was like literally in a, like a group kind of setting home thing. I was just trying to figure shit out because shit was a mess last year for me.
Beautiful places.
Yeah, exactly. This is where you find real. You find human. You just find like just human nature, just kind of in its purest raw state, I guess. And it's kind of like nobody's whatever. No, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different variables in there, but that's the beauty of it. But it's weird. There's these books, the Fabian Society. There's like a hip aspect to Huxley. Like people don't seem to understand that. Like I don't understand it. I get it with the Doors. The Doors of Perception, and then Jim Morris, they're naming the band after that, and all this and that. I think that's just more to even get that little factoid out into the collective, into the zeitgeist. Essentially, just that little tidbit of information is very strong. The current that carries with the Doors as a whole, it's like a weird. That's more magic, obviously.
I know, it's funny. We grew up with these dystopian nightmare movies for entertainment or books and stuff like that,
Right.
And we're like, I can maybe, no, that'll never be like that. And here we are. Like, oh, right. Fuck.
And 2019, so I'm reading it when I'm in a weird, like I said, I'm like, I don't have much reading material. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I had Philip K. Dick, I had A Scanner Darkly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not that's a book to go into some, drug kind of, whatever. That's a great one. Then I had Jacques Vallée. I had like the Dimensions trilogy. And I remember I think I had Brave New World, and then I also had the hell was the other one? Doesn't really matter. Jim Mars. I had Rise of the Fourth Reich.
My favorite.
I had to it was like grab whatever and just go kind of thing. And And that's what I could hold on to, you know, books that I'd loaned out. Just like, bring these with. That's fine. I'm not gonna be here that long anyway. You guys have that in there. And then, yeah, I couldn't. And I had loaned out all the other books because everybody's like, "Holy shit, no way!" And I'm like, "Yeah, here, read it, take it." So I'm left with literally a Scanner Darkly, and I know that like the back of my hand, or I can't help but have the Linkletter playing in my head, which sucks, and or you know, go with Brave New World. So it ended up being that, and yeah, I couldn't just like feed me. I remember getting on Thrift Books like immediately and ordering like 4 more books or whatever. It's like, screw it, I can't do this anymore.
Is there even like some of his like these? You got authors and artists who have probably been associated with these Fabian societies, these factions or whatnot. Because I always art imitates life, and then they try and either reveal the method. There's kind of like Duper's Delight, like you guys, even if we tell you. And then you got other people, you know, Jim Mars and stuff, who are like, man, we're trying to wake people up or at least educate somebody or give you a chance because this is coming. Right. Here we are. We're watching Monolith on the news like it was.
Right. Know. What the hell? Yeah, I mean that's the extent of it. The fact that, and okay, so if it goes, I get it. If it's in Utah and it's on throughout the state of Utah and the surrounding regional, the regional area, but for the fact that it's, and the fact that it went worldwide as fast as it possibly could. Do you know what I mean? Like it went to freaking Romania. So it's like, okay, now we've got it. Like it wasn't. I remember when it first popped in Utah, saying, like, just hearing the initial 1 minute and seeing it and going, yeah, nice try. You know what I'm thinking? Like, no, nice try. Have fun with that. And then, you assholes. Really? You guys are really going to do this? You know, Romania, really? And now a group of dudes, like, apparently, I've heard it was cheaply made too. I don't know if anybody's heard that. I mean, I heard it was like, I don't know, I can't remember where I heard that.
Which one, the Romanian one or the Utah?
I don't remember. I can't.
Well, they said the Romanian one wasn't involved in them, so someone like copycatted them. At least that's what they said.
The Romanian one was a what? What did you say?
Was it like a copycat? They didn't put that one up. That's what they say. But you know,
what's in Romania? We got. Is that where that pyramid is? No, that's Bosnian pyramid. Just thinking.
And Turkey, well, with Turkey, you got Göbekli Tepe and all the oldest, whatever spots over there, which is in that area. I know, near the region, but you have all the weird. And this is like, it feels like suppressed shit, and that would be Peter Moon. If you guys.
Whoa, yeah.
Okay.
How's he doing?
Are you familiar? I reached out to him to do this show when we first started because I was reaching out for guests, and he was the only person to say outright quickly, I can't do the show because I'm leaving. Like he made it sound like I'm going to be away for a while. That was his like. It was very dark feeling. That was the vibe I got. Like I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. I have to go. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Either it felt like there was an urgency to it, you know. So I don't know him very well. I've only heard him on a few interviews, but with his research though is of Romania specifically.
And yeah, that's right. Nice.
Holy shit, dude!
Take a look at that. I wonder.
I mean, I remember hearing him on with Joe Root.
Well, because you know what else is in Utah, right?
We have the Dinosaur Park, Skinwalker Ranch. We've got
I just drove through there. We got Skinwalker Ranch. We got the NSA. We've got there's so much going on there.
Yeah, that's
up there in Utah is maybe we should be looking around what's around it.
I just got something. All right, so a dot to connect to another one. We've got thank you, Snake. We've got Skinwalker Ranch. Right, in Utah. Guess what we have in fucking Romania? The Hayabachu fucking dude, this is the most. I remember being on a bus ride to Pittsburgh in 2015, and I was sitting next to the most beautiful Romanian younger girl. She got on in Chicago, and we ended up chatting throughout whatever. It's a pretty decent length bus ride from Chicago to Pittsburgh.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're talking, and I'm like, have you ever heard of the Hiabachi Forest? And she's like, I have. She pronounced it a little bit different, obviously, but blah, blah, blah. Hiabachi Forest. I saw it first and was riveted to the point of like, oh, I've got to look all this up and, whatever. It was on Destination Truth with Josh Gates or whatever. I don't know if you guys remember that show. He's got Expert Unknown on like Travel Now. That's a good show. It was on Sci-Fi. And it was good. Like I like Josh. He's funny, sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good show, dude. You could tell they're not like, I don't know. They mean well, whatever. Jim, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember?
What was it called?
It was called Destination Truth, and it was on Sci-Fi. It was on Netflix forever, where you could always watch it whenever you wanted. It would come on before like Ghost Hunters or after Ghost Hunters.
Indiana Jones, if he sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Right. He's not. You got to admit though, he's clever sometimes and funny.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you gotta talk like this. I am Ray Romano. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm Indiana Jones. I'm looking for things.
Yeah, right. He's good.
He's good. Yeah, I'm not. It's not a slight against him. There's just a phenomenon of the Kermit the Frog voice.
He's one of the few that I could be like, I like this guy. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he's not Zach Bagans.
Never found shit. That's the thing. They never found shit.
If they found the Yeti footprint, dude. Yeah, they did. Go look. They did. I mean,
You
think they fabricated it? That's fine. I'll believe it. I'll enjoy my little Sasquatch.
bullshit. Like, wow me. I wanted to.
Forest is the only one that's ever stuck with me to where I've literally been like, oh shit, that's burned into my brain for the rest of my life. The one that it's literally the forest is this wide open space in the middle of nowhere, no trees, no foliage, nothing grows. Like literally, it's like a magnetic anomaly. Tons of people have studied it. I don't know how to spell it. I wish I could spell it. It's not Hiabachi like freaking Kawasaki. It's straight up some weird shit. So this thing is like nothing will grow. So they go out there and they want to spend the night in this area. They got ATVs. They got to have all this shit. And mind you, this is what, like 07, 08, 09, right? So we're on the cusp of like murdering it with iPhones. This is like right when they came out and they're kind of like iPad is just about to come out type shit, like just even before an iPad. So they didn't have like that bit of technology that could have maybe.
It was before the Monolith. Monolith.
Dude, there you go. That's a good point.
Bring it back around. Here we go.
Yeah. It's just I wish I could spell it so we could look it up and I could share it.
Your one-track mind is monolithic.
It is.
Yes, let's bring more puns, please.
Don't get too pushy. Don't get pushy with me. We'll just bring the inside jokes back. We'll keep those running. Keep those running at all times, never on standby.
I didn't mean to throw you off, but yeah, like it's a.
Well, I was already off, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, but no, the show was good. Don't get me wrong. It's just like if I did a show like that, I would lie a lot in it and make a bunch of bullshit just for entertainment. Come on, and like
go watch it though, for real. Like it's one of the best shows. When it was on Netflix, it was like quality.
No, I watched every episode. Don't get me wrong.
I knew you fucking.
You're getting upset.
One where they were in, dude. Like it made me want to show everybody. Like I want to go to what's that Bhutan above China? It's like right by Tibet and whatever. That's like the most beautiful look. Like it was like Anthony Bourdain, right? No reservations. Seriously, Jim, it was like no reservations, but insert
Indiana Jones.
Quirky Indiana Jones type character.
Yeah, look for like cryptos and stuff. Yeah, like that's the thing is like if I had the money to go find that shit, I'd really invest in it. Like I want to go hunting werewolves and Bigfoot.
Yes, that is
dude. Oh yeah.
I want night vision. I want like.
And he got it. They got it.
Silver bullets.
I want Aaron Ryder, that girl's Smoke Show. Aaron Ryder and the Jael, dude, Smoke Show, Colombian girl. He had like the hottest sidekicks on TV on top of it. So it's like triple threat television, bro. You got Smoke Show, you got a good protagonist, and you've got crazy amazing scenery in all of the world in HD. With them having night vision, investigating some shit like on Petra in the middle of the night, literally like going into Chile. they got the alien body, chicken body thing, skeleton in Chile. They just got, and they get a UFO captured on camera multiple times, dude, on that episode. You clearly don't remember your shit, Greg. My bad. But they did, and no joke. Like,
you have like a poster of the show, and you're like, "This is signed."
Dude, you guys can look this shit up if you want to find it.
Hero.
It's there. I don't even know if it's on. I doubt it's on Netflix anymore. But
Yeah, I don't think it is, but no, it was a good show. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
they got that NBC money, that Universal. That was right when Universal
It's
bought
better
it.
than all the hunting ghost shows, those are even more bullshit.
Dude, I can't even imagine. Y'all, I used to watch those. That's what got me into like this field. Like in 2001.
No, it's
Ghost
just
Haunted,
like,
dude. That show was.
but those guys like laying on thick. Like, okay, for instance, the bros dude, the like started all the bros guys. They got their start out here in my backyard in Virginia City because it's
Hell
like,
yeah, I was looking at a map by you the other day, and I was like, how did he get the book before I did? I was looking at where you were, and mine was in Las Vegas, rerouted, and I'm looking at my tracking. I'm like, how the hell? And I go up by you. I'm like, let's see where Greg's at. And I'm looking at all of where we all are kind of on a map, just randomly, like, you know how I do that randomly. I'm a geography nerd. So I'm looking, and I go, oh, shit, that's Virginia City. Wait a minute. Virginia City, why do I know that? Oh, shit, that's where Ghost Adventures did the first documentary. The Gold, what is it, Gold something hotel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they also went to the infirmary, and that's when they got all that weird shit on, which was pretty creepy.
That was the creepiest thing I'd ever seen. That gave me, dude, that was the scariest. That was literally like the most frightening thing. That stuck with me. I showed that to people. Like, I'd be like, you gotta watch this, right? Like, dude, anybody that was into any random paranormal shit, I'd be like, you've got to see this shit right now. I remember downloaded, like, ready to go type shit. It was that good. That was that frightening. The board levitating up in the air and spinning around and then just flying, and they analyzed it, and it was like, nah. And that's how they got all, how you think they got that money?
Yeah,
Watch Hell House or Demon House. That's that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Dude, did you know about
just
that?
watched that like a month ago.
Dude,
because-
in Gary?
Yeah.
The Demon House in Gary, my best friend, one of my best friends, Matt Vrabel, he lived in Gary and grew up in Gary, and he told, like, he couldn't sit through, he's one of those people that just can't handle it. It's like, this is too stupid, I can't do it, like, this dude's too big of a tool, I can't do it. And I get it. He's like Donald Trump to some people, and he's like, but I can tolerate it. But yeah, Demon House, some of the creepiest things. He said that was Super Hood, where that spot was. He thought it was a scam, honestly. And I don't know. That's just somebody's take on, like an artist, writer's take on something. You know what I'm saying? Like his hometown, and him thinking, well, whatever, this just all sounds like, which is probably, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But Demon House was fucking creepy. I watched it too when it came out. I think I watched it like the day it came out. It was like New Year's Day, 2019 or whatever. But it was good, right? What is it on now?
I found it on YouTube, I think.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's good.
But I haven't seen any of the Ghosted or whatever. And then I saw that because there's a guy on YouTube. He's trying to show everybody all the do weapons and the stuff. He came from working for Verizon and all that stuff for
What's his name?
30 years. I'm trying to it'll come to me. Gabriel Cruz. This guy's great. Yeah, dude, he's working his butt off. No one pays attention to him because he talks about some scary shit.
Right.
But he was talking about the technology that he discovered. He was watching, but it's like ELF and all this stuff, and he associated it with this demon, that documentary, and he's saying,
Really?
yeah, dude, it's some interesting stuff. It's a rabbit hole, but I think he hit the nail on the head with that. It's electronic, artifacts, a lot of this ghost stuff.
And I think that's all. Honestly, after all the UFO research and all the shit I'll get dug into, I feel like it's all the same phenomenon. Like I know a lot of people, whatever, but I really felt that just, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's like a
Spiritual entities.
Yeah, it feels like it's all. Well, I feel like that's all. I feel like there's outside, but there's yeah, of course that's real.
Or non-corporeal entities.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think Sorry, I'm reading do I keep a list of the Council for Foreign National Policy members because they're scrubbing a lot of it? I do not, Kevin. But yeah, I was just about to say, my boy John Brisson, our friends, and over there we've read are all on top of all that. Lee Veltman and all those recluse. They call them all out. Don't worry. This isn't tonight. We're doing Monolith and weirdness. But yeah, it's just it's really I don't know. It's freaked
I'm
out.
posting a link in the chat to this guy, Gabriel Cruz.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No one really pays attention to him, dude. And it's
Sorry for digressing.
No, you're fine. I just want to throw that in there in case anyone listens to this later.
Yeah, because that's it's important. That's what I'm trying to cover a little bit more too for the podcast people. Because but yeah, I mean, ultimately, Kevin says the Fabian Socialist and the CNP. Yeah, it's obviously the same thing. Well, CNP is Council of National Policy, so it's right wing. CFR, Council of Foreign Relations, left wing. If you want to look at it in those terms, you can, because that's kind of how they frame it and how it seems to play out. So whatever, they're all pieces of shit. I think it's like a waste of time. It's not a waste of time because.
He's actually live streaming right now. The Gabriel Cruz dude.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, live energy weapons, light frequency, and the pineal gland, brain hackers, and organ harvesting. This dude's great.
This sounds ripping, dude. And you start putting that stuff in our titles.
Welcome to the show. They said, what?
Yeah, right?
So, we're live streaming into your live stream. That's how we do.
Yes, dude. I should totally do that screen share into that, and then that'd be amazing. That's true mind rape, or word rape, or whatever. Not duck rape though. That's for dorks.
Juicing.
Yeah, that's. Vitriolic.
Well, this guy claims he comes from an elite family too.
Elitist dorkdom.
It could be a Fabian. I'm curious now that I have not had that in my lexicon.
Yeah, it's essentially like pre-Tavistock. Like it's all people. It's the same. Same bad channel, same bad time. Like for real. On some of that. Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, we're gonna sign off here though in a few minutes, guys. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. This has been a weird, quiet, not quiet, but kind of week where it was just like again, I think the electoral nonsense is going to go down in the next week. So who knows by this time next week what is going to go down? We might have some shit go down in the week. I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be a crazy week. So.
When's the 21st? We got 2 weeks till that. I'm curious.
Yeah, we got rough. Yep, almost exactly.
I think we know
what's going on.
I don't know what facet, but there's gonna be boots on the ground.
Unfortunately, I feel there's been no.
Whoa. What did you say, Greg?
Yeah, I
there's gonna be military presence at some point towards this. There was some weird shit like Biden, I guess, I saw in the article, Kevin, it's from the MSN. They were saying that like he was being blocked by the military to get briefings at the Pentagon.
Yep.
That's been good. Yeah. I was gonna say it could be all theater. Again, all theater. That's
right.
Possible. But if it isn't, because humans are human, and we don't have so much information. They could be an issue, and they already did their war games with Podesta, where he was saying he was going to get UN troops here, and
they played it out. They've strategized every single. They've done I don't know how many different, but it was Podesta was the one playing Donald Trump. This is all written. Like they've literally been strategizing and gaming this whole scenario of all the different ways that this could play out or would play out. For I don't know how long they. Can you imagine being a conspiracy fly on the wall for that? Holy shit. And I'm talking about the Family Guy. I think I played it on here one time, the song. It's pretty amazing.
So we got some political so you're thinking boots on the ground, huh?
Because remember when I was saying that I thought he was signaling that he wants 30,000 troops here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I found out also, I saw a couple articles, I wish I had them on hand, but he was saying a couple of years ago he wanted 30,000 troops here, and then he had 30,000 troops, U.S. troops in Europe and no one knows why they were there. And this was like a
I
few months
remember
ago.
that. I remember. I do. I distinctly remember that actually.
Brilliant.
And they always said it was always 30,000. It's like,
Yeah, it was 30,000. I remember reading it and going, "How the fuck does this fit into anything right now?" It was one of the right. It was like what. It's like all the articles are about da 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 da, and then all of a sudden you get down, you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And this just what doesn't belong. Oh, which one of these does not belong? Yeah.
Clarke said he's going to pull out a bunch out of Somalia. I was like, why were we in Somalia? It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think if they're pulling out and closing down bases all over, they're going to bring them here. And the question is, do they just, this is the new industrial war complex just to police us? I don't know. Hope not. But then Flynn was talking about wanting to have a re-election with, was it limited martial law, which whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
And also, yeah, people are finally. Terry brought this up, and I just remember I need to say this, and I think we all might need to comment on it. It's all good if you can't. But the lady, he asked, see the lady shut down outside, but movies that could set up right next the shop right next to her. Yeah, that clip. This is finally happening here in America. It's been happening all over the world except here in America, where people are finally getting fed up to the point where they're filming it and going, fuck you. And everybody is agreeing with them except for the powers that be. That's how and it's like, where was so it was essentially, we can kind of see how, if we look back, we can kind of see now that, okay, all this rioting and whatever bullshit going on was essentially, it feels like almost, well, we know there was some orchestration obviously to it, but chaos is chaos.
It was highly orchestrated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. It's as orchestrated as it can be, something of that nature. And then unleash, so the people that normally would be getting pissed off about all this shit, and they loosened the shit up then too a little bit, remember? And then now, yeah, it's a huge freaking beta test. Exactly. Snake.
Operation American Spring.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's just like we said. It's just an Arab Spring in America. Fuck, and then put your whatever. I'm trying to think of what you tag calves with, but you know what I'm talking about. Tag the cattle or whatever, the ears, and see who's what and who's where. Keep your lists, and then roll it in. 6 months to a year and a half later, and it just kind of goes a little bit to. It just this uprising should have taken place, and I kept questioning. I was questioning it in April. I'll never forget sitting in my doctor's office, going, looking at my phone, just waiting, going, getting a joke text to rib on me for my love of conspiracies, but it was friendly from my boy, and it was a Vice article, so he knew that it was like double extra pissing me off as a joke. So it's a Vice article about how Woody Harrelson was perpetuating the 5G freak out, and people in the UK were taking him seriously by actually burning the towers. And I remember my initial reaction to Elliot was, I texted him back immediately, thumbs up on the link, and then this stupid Vice article actually gives me hope for humanity. Where the hell is America? Why aren't we freaking out? And then I was like, regardless, burning those down is stupid, and you guys probably aren't even burning the right ones down. But the fact that you're burning anything and being pissed off at the government or at not a party, but the entire fucking thing is the purest thing. So
are you aware of the amount of arms and ammo and
yes,
everything else that's been stockpiling by the average American?
That's what I'm saying. That's
middle class family.
Yeah, they can't orchestrate that, and that's my point. With all these, mild tempered gun, like, which is pretty much everybody that has a mild temper isn't running in the streets acting a fool or protesting anything publicly like that, is sitting back in the cut. I'm not necessarily saying they're all awake and ready to be shoot, you know what I'm saying, like in a prone position ready to fire, but I'm saying they're literally like, this is what you get with the middle class, kind of whatever, a good fair share, lying back in the cut going, okay, shit, I'm and then, but when shit hits the fan, I don't think the military, they're gonna have to call in foreign troops. There's not gonna be the military. No, it's not gonna happen, because guess what? Your fucking population and all the gun-toting people, those are the freaking military, stupid. So good luck, and I guarantee they're not.
Half our military's foreign already. I don't know if you noticed.
question. Then Then you start to go, huh? What are the implications behind that, and who's pulling those strings? It's just fucking. There's so much.
Greg's on point, man. I was this week and I heard someone say, "Oh, the Kraken's a 30,000 man army," and I was like, "What?"
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. And there's I'm sorry, I should have sent it to you, Greg. Make sure I get your number so I could send you these things. And there's even they know the actual army or the squad, whatever's named. It's getting late, but they even named the actual military group or whatever.
Interesting.
So, and I is it theater? Man, it can't be.
It can't be when it gets to a level, right? We have to throw that playbook kind of. We have to definitely tuck it away and tuck it away nicely and neatly, fold it up, put it in a damn safe, and tuck that shit away for later. For when
you guys got to remember, Hitler and Stalin were gay lovers who eventually honeymooned their way to South America and Antarctica after millions died. So I mean, like, just because
off the edge of the world, and that's a wrap.
Theater gets people killed.
Yes. Yeah. Especially Hitler and Stalin.
Especially if you're suppressing your abilities to dress the way you want to. I mean,
thought you were gonna. Next week you're changing your name. Forgetting. It's okay.
I was gonna say I pissed off a lot of people on Twitter with my comments about what's her name, Elliot. She's Elliot Page now. No, yeah, Elliot Page.
Oh yeah.
Heard about that?
Oh boy.
I'll still remember Juno, and we'll always have a crush on that character. But
so wait, did she say that she was a dude? That she used to be a dude, or she is a dude?
Well, she's a dude who's non-binary, which sounds like nonsense to me.
Wait.
Makes sense, but I don't give a shit.
Like she was born a man or born with a penis.
Juno. It's Juno, dude. No, it's the actor from.
And then she became a woman, or she was always a man.
I don't know. I didn't read her statement, but the thing is, I think she's a sociopath. That was my argument. I was like, she's a shitty person.
She's supposed to hold something over everybody's head.
Yeah, she can't be criticized now, and that was what. And then I had people come and like, "How dare you smear the whole?" And I was like, "No, this is the problem. Here's the problem. This is why I want to make the Hitler movies, because like when you say like, oh, you can't criticize someone because there's something, it's like this is fucking bullshit. Like I want to." Character.
Well, criticizing character or criticize, but whatever. This isn't like it's stupid. It's like
like I don't care if you're trans. I have trans friends and they're fine. It's not. They actually don't get.
Deserves to be Woman of the Year.
Yeah, no, but I think.
Suffering.
Well, I have another thought in my head. Is the reason why she came out to it. It's not only to be like probably relevant again because she's like losing that. This sounds fucked up, and I can attest to this because I am a person like
transgender.
This. Yes.
Sorry.
So with the picture they showed with her, she's like, oh, I'm Billy Elliot or whatever, and and she has a hat on, right, and like this boy's hat, and like a jacket or whatever. And I was like, oh, I noticed something a few years ago. She was definitely thinning a bit in the hair. So I think this was all a move so she can just wear a hat all the time to cover her bald head.
All right.
Without a hat for the rest of the time now. She'll just have a like, oh, I'm a Billy Elliot hat. And that will be it. She'll be this bald like me underneath that bitch.
Love it.
That's my theory.
Oh God.
Just to cover up bald spot until they have like bald technology where she can like grow hair again. She don't want to wear a wig or toupee.
Remember the days when we used to actually have fun with that? I can't even pay attention to that stuff anymore.
I know, right?
I wanted to. I was like, ooh, I want to look into this, but someone found the time.
Like this video gets used against me like in some sort of like trans court and like
trans court.
You'll be standing in front of the monolith and it'll slam a gavel down and wear pretty clothes for every day, but every night you have to wear lame, like boring Greg clothes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm in that.
How dare you?
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it here, yo. Yep. playing Richie Blackmore right now on our way out because I couldn't find anything else. So yeah.